Merry Christmas to everyone. Of course, welcome to the analysis. Today, the 25th of December 2025. Of course, we've got like approximately 6 days to the end of this year, and definitely we're looking at 2026. Definitely is going to be a good year. This year has been pretty awesome. I'm sure next year definitely going to be better. Okay, that's it. Let's go look at today's analysis. And of course, if you're looking at volatility, just you have been saying, it's available 247, no public holidays and no breaks. Just purely technical, no fundamentals. And if the technicals are good, then you're good to go. If that sounds interesting, if you don't have an account, or maybe you have a synthetic account but you don't have with this broker offering volatility and the rest of them, you can just check the description. I will drop a link for you to register. And believe me, you will definitely have no reason to regret, because you can also trade your forex market, you can trade cryptos, you can trade several other things there, all on one account. So you have no reason switching from one account to the other. With just one account, you can trade as many assets as possible, from indices to stocks to crypto. Just too many. Definitely a test or a trial will definitely convince you. That's today, starting with volatility 75 index. And of course, as usual, we'll be marking the recent structures, where this is definitely our recent low, which is currently a spin, then taking this as a recent high, leading to this whole low. So let's just extend this to see what is going to happen afterwards. Okay, with the market on this structure, let's go to the 15-minute chart to see if we are thinking of buying this market next to this zone. But if we check out this zone, you can actually see that after getting down here, it tried to move above this zone, but they couldn't take out this previous high, giving us a lower high than the previous one. And now you can see since it's also giving us a lower high still. So that means there's a chance that this market is likely to actually get a breakout from this structure, getting below this, and then wait for a retest. Then you can think of going short on that. But remember, nothing is really guaranteed. But from the structure we are seeing currently, this is what I'm actually expecting, having it that this high was not taken out by this one before moving down again. Of course, you can see it's forming a new low, a new higher low was again. So, or let me say lower high, let me use the word lower high again around this zone. So definitely I'm expecting a breakout from this, a test of it for it to continue in the overall downstream. Just so we can see based on the 1 hour chart and of course the 24-hour chart, it seems to have been on the downstream. You can see for a long period of time, moving all the way down from here, if I start from somewhere around here, moving down here, then not taking it out, then coming down again. Okay, let's just say it came down here, then not taking it out again, it's coming down here, not taking it out, then coming down here again. So let's see what's going to happen. Maybe we're going to have something like, what's it called, a double bottom here, then we can see something like this. But then you see what really happened as the market goes on. If this does not, definitely they are having this already. So if that does not get broken, the damage just has to wait for the market to break above this for us to think of going long again on this chart. So this is what we'll be looking at on volatility 75. So let's go to 75 1 seconds to see what we have there. And of course, as usual, I'll be starting with the H4 time frame. So just move to the H4, and of course, just like I can see the market currently moving in the ranging market or in the ranging pattern. You can see this being the highs that led to all these or low, and then we can see okay, let me just take this down here, then reduce this and move this to this low that actually got recently broken, which is, let me reduce this, then we're gonna move this way, then we look forward to the next low, which is around this zone right here. So this is the next one we've been looking at. But looking for, this is the most recent high and this is the most recent low. Then this is a low it can only take with it, because this is, I remember this H4, you tried the first time, second time, third time, and fourth time, and fifth time, the first finally broke below it, and they can see the momentum is currently losing momentum. So that means we have high chance of seeing this market moving back to this zone before we are likely to move next to these supports around this level. So let's see what's really going on in the 15-minute charts. Let's see if we are currently having a retracer back to that zone where I marked previously. Okay, for now the market is currently moving in the range. In the ranging pattern. So let me just mark somewhere around this. So the market is currently moving in the ranging pattern. So let's see if we break out from this, then that's what we are likely to see that's when we're likely to see a movement to this next zone right here. So let's say we can get a break below this zone, they can think of shorting this market to this next level. That's it. Let's go to boom in this, and of course we're starting with boom 500. Okay, as usual, go straight to the H4, then take out these and try to zoom this in, then we mark this as a recent high we are likely looking at, so recent low, then the high that actually led to this whole movement, and of course then we can see call this another high around this level. So what do you want to see? You want to see the market moving back to this zone that we test. Then automatically, since there was a previous what's it called, level around there, now getting back would have given opportunity to go short on this market, but then that's already moved, so you can't just see the market everything around there, putting stop line, and that's definitely going to be too wide. And of course, the think is going to be somewhere around there, and I think that's too wide for someone to actually take it as a day trader, because looking at it, the risk to reward it's not going to be too profitable going to the market. But then let's go into the 15-minute chart. Let's see if you can see any change of structures on the downside of the market. I mean, but it's already start moving on that level already. So we want to see change of structures. I think we can currently see something like that around here, but then it's not yet validated for me. I won't be going short yet until I see something around like this. I want to see the market moving around this. I want to see it spark into this zone of rejection. Then I'll be thinking of going short on that rejection. It's something like this, what I want to see, or something like this, or maybe with something like this. I want to see a movement, a spike of the bulls trying to go back, then getting rejected, and then followed by the bearish candle before I think of going short. And this if I don't get that, I just let the market to run. But if you get it, this is going to be a good time for us to sell to this next zone, and the view is going to be somewhere around this level. And I think that's going to be a lot of risk to reward with you. So that's it. Let's go to boom 1000. Okay. Now on boom 1000, there's a lot going on the bearish side for, let's say, some time now, and of course it seems like the market likely to change or switch back to the bearish side, but we can't really guarantee that yet until we see what is really going to happen as day goes by. And of course, just similar to that of boom 1000, so boom 500, you can see their movement is likely similar. You can see it around there already. So that means almost similar structure between boom 1000 and boom 500. So the same thing, just gonna be waiting for either a test with major zone for us to go short, or then let's go for change of structure in 15-minute chart for scalping purposes. So you can see any major change of structure on the 15-minute chart. They will be thinking of going short on this. For this, I really don't think I'm a bit caught up with this. So for 1000, I won't be taking any trade on it, except the market gets to my previous marked level. Either it reverses back to this zone or breaks out from this level, then I see it takes off that I think of going short. Otherwise, I'll just let boom 1000 go. So let's go to the next one, which is going to be crash. So of course, we're starting with crash 500. Then let's go to H4, which is already on H4. I can see that seems to have been on the bullish side for a long period of time. So let's use for change of structures on the bullish pattern. So you can see a good change of structures on the bullish, validating the bullish movement. And I think you have been thinking of going long on that. Okay. Now I can see the market currently testing this level again. So let's see what's going to happen. Is it going to be able to continue this movement? Probably maybe getting a rejection around this zone. These are 1239. So and of course this 15-minute chart. So let's have 45 is going to be closing. So let's see if we can get a rejection, then followed by the bullish candle. So if you can see that what I want to see is a movement, something above this again. Then I think of going along with the movement of the markets. So I didn't have much to do on this. It's already moving in the trending market, so we just look for opportunity for us to go long on that market. So that's it. We're going to the final one, which is going to be crash 1000. Okay, and of course we go through H4 to see what we are likely to do there. Okay, so the same thing, gonna mark this out. Then you're gonna mark this again. Okay, All right, so I think it's already kind of close to this already. So the best just to wait for a breakout from this and think of testing this, or they want to see a change of structure on the bullish side. Otherwise, just wait for the market to break above this before we think of going long on that. But then what they want to see, maybe a change of structure on the 15-minute chart. Can get that, fine, that's going to be for the scalping purposes. Just want to see a change of structure, maybe the market are giving us definitely be unable to break below this. Let's assume moving this way, then this way, then can see this way, can see this and this way, maybe then gets then maybe gets again, then maybe gets then maybe gets above this, then gets then cannot think of going long next to this level. So what that may be what we are likely to see. If you see the other one go long, but otherwise just want to get below this, it takes this for us to continue going short. Okay, that's it. That's going to be the end of today's analysis on our Deriv. And of course, I said earlier, if you don't have an account with them, I want to open one. I said, they have one of the most customizable leverage, just as you want it. And of course, it's as low as $5 which you can actually place trade. Even with, I think, 0.50 cents, you can ask those already on it. 0.50 cents you can place trade, and $5 is a minimum deposit. And believe me, our trading platform is one of the best. We have the MT5, we have copy trade, definitely just too many, like just too many. I don't want to exaggerate anything, but I think a trial is definitely going to convince you. That's it. I wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Please do enjoy the rest of your day and have the best of the time. Safe, and please play safe, and remember, please don't risk more than you can afford to lose. That's it. I wish everyone a profitable day trade on Christmas Day.